They keep asking if I'm steady, if I fix my wicked way. But darling, you know better. I'm still tangled in those days. I'm sipping on my secrets, humming lies beneath my breath, pretending I'm improving while I'm flirting with the mess. Mama told me, baby, keep your promise to yourself, but promises are brittle when you hide them on the shelf. I hear the midnight calling with a cigarette in tune, and every vow I ever made dissolves too damn soon. They try to take me somewhere clean, somewhere with quiet walls, but quiet feels like drowning when regret begins to crawl. I argue with the mirror, saying, girl, you'll get it right. But every time I whisper hope, I sabotage the night. I ain't ready, no, I'm not, to let the trouble fade away. Trouble feels like company when peace won't ever stay. So let them shake their heads again, pretend they understand. You can't fix what you don't feel, can't hear what you won't plan. I stumble through forgiveness like it's written in a code. I try to read redemption, but the story's still untold. They keep knocking on my door, saying, girl, it's not too late. But I opened up too many times and found nothing but debate. So pour another memory, let it burn right through my spine. Let the past sit at my table with a broken glass of wine. I ain't searching for salvation, but I'm longing for the truth. If chaos is my comfort, then it's all I've ever used. Ooh. And if I fall again tonight, the way I always do, don't ask me for a reason, I ain't got one left for you. Back to my bad habits, back to what I know too well. This heart don't need a savior, just a soft, familiar hell. They keep asking if I'm ready, if I've had enough of pain. But sorrow's like a season, I get caught inside its rain. They booked me in a place where all the silence seemed to bark, but silence feels like danger when you're used to loving dark. I ain't suited for their bright rooms, for their coffee without bite. I need something strong and bitter just to make my heart beat right. They talk about recovery like it's waiting at my door, but all the knocking in the world don't change the truth I can't ignore. I'm stubborn like my daddy, I'm chaotic like my past, and every time I try to leave, the memories hold me fast. They offer brand new habits, pretty lists of how to cope. But honey, I've been breathing in the blues instead of hope. I try to play it honest, try to follow all their rules, but rules feel like confinement when you're raised among the fools. I tell them I do better, but the words come out untrue. Cause better feels like lying when the real me's breaking through. But I'd rather keep my rhythm messy, keep my nights a little wild, and sit inside a circle being judged like I'm a child. I know they're only helping, but I'm tired of their fight. So tell them I appreciate it, but I won't check in tonight. Let the world keep their prescriptions, let them scribble every flaw. I ain't perfect, but I'm honest, even raw enough to fall. And if tomorrow needs redemption, let tomorrow start the war. Tonight I'm keeping company with all I can ignore. So if you see me in the half-light, with my heartbeat out of tune, don't tell me what I should have been or who I should become too soon. Let me wander through my chaos till I find what feels alright. But darling, tell them gently I won't check in tonight. Doctor wrote me something mild, said it helps to ease the mind, but nothing dulls a fire like the trouble I can find. They tell me I need structure, but I crumble under form. I'm built for bending rules and dancing barefoot in the storm. Mama said she's worried cause I'm fading at the seams, but mama never knew how loud the choir really screams. They say a sober morning brings a clearer kind of view, but clarity is ruthless when it's staring straight at you. I ain't running from myself, no. No, I'm tangled in my ways, a melody of missteps I've been singing since my youth began to fade. They want a brand new version, something brighter, something clean, but honey, I'm a canvas painted with what's never been serene. Serene. Give me trouble in a teacup, give me whiskey in a sigh, give me nights that make me question everything I won't deny. They keep pacing around my choices like they're holding on for hope, but hope can feel like pressure when you're barely learning how to cope. I tried staying steady, tried the quiet life a while, but the silence made me restless, it just never felt my style. My blues ain't for replacing, they're part of who I am. I wear them on my heartbeat like a well-remembered jam. So take back your prescriptions, take the pity and advice, take the guilt they try to bargain like it's worth a heavy price. I ain't breaking, I'm becoming, even if it looks the road to healing is the one you can't cross. And if the world keeps preaching that I need a cleaner view, tell them I got my blues to keep me honest, keep me true. I may be rough around the edges, but I'm shining where it's slick. My soul don't need prescriptions, just a rhythm that can stick. They told me heaven listens when you cry out in the night. But every prayer I ever sent came back without a light. So I've been talking to my demons like they're friends I trust in most. And maybe that's the reason I feel haunted by their ghosts. I've stumbled through forgiveness, tripped on truths I couldn't face. I've tried to make amends, but never kept them in their place. They ask me if I'm guilty, baby, guilt's my middle name. I feel it in the mornings when my pulse is giving blame. I ain't made for hallelujahs, never learned to say amen. I'm stitched with contradictions, I unravel now and then. They wanna wash me clean like I'm a stain that should be gone. But scars are just the stories that my soul keeps leaning on. I left a trail of memories like bottles in the rain, each one filled with reasons why I circle around my pain. They try to lift me higher, said I'm better when I rise. But heights can feel like drowning when you carry so much lies. If heaven wants an answer, tell it not to wait so long. 'Cause I'm still out here battling with the rhythm of the wrong. I know I should be stronger, but I crumble when it's late. Redemption feels like mercy I was never taught to take. Forgive me for the missteps, for the nights I lost control, for every time I stitched a wound but left a deeper hole. Don't ask me for repentance, I ain't master regret yet. But if heaven wants a message, tell it I ain't ready yet. So send my regrets to heaven, let them float beyond the blue. Let the angels sort my chaos if they've nothing else to do. I'll be here with all my burdens, glued to choices that I've made. And if the sky don't answer, maybe that's the price I pay. keep saying I'm a phoenix with a fire left to rise, but they don't see me shaking when the morning hits my eyes. I ain't some golden story with a triumph at the end. I'm just trying to keep breathing without breaking once again. They want me to be better, wanna hear one reborn, but heroes wear illusions, and I'm tangled, bruised, and torn. I never asked for saving, never begged to be adored. I just wanted someone real who wouldn't keep a running score. I've been stumbling through my habits like a lonely drunken tune. I've been trying to fix daylight with the comfort of the moon. They tell me I'm dramatic, that I choose the darker side, but pain feels more familiar than a joy I can't abide. Miracles are fragile, miracles are staged and sweet, but I'm raw and complicated. I'm the crack beneath your feet. Don't put me on a pedestal, don't paint me as your cure. I'm the girl who keeps on falling just to see what she endures. I've tried to follow one, try to give myself a chance, but every time I settle, I feel trapped inside a glance. They want a clean redemption, want a flawless second act, but I ain't built for fiction, I'm too honest for that tag. So don't expect a miracle or a polished kind of peace. Don't wait for me to blossom into someone sweet and neat. I'm gritty like a record that's been scratched from overplay, still singing loud with every flaw I never wiped away. And if you say you love me messy, love me real, love me when I stumble and forget what I should feel, but don't call me your miracle. I ain't magic, just a soul trying hard to stay whole. They keep saying I should straighten out the edges of my life, but crooked lines of comfort when the truth cuts like a knife. They want me walking forward with a Bible in my hand, but I've always felt much safer where the broken pieces stand. I ain't trying to be rebellious, ain't trying to make a scene, but healing tastes like medicine and bitterness ain't clean. They call it self-destruction, I call it self-defense. You can't blame a girl for hiding when the world feels too immense. I never liked instructions, never followed every rule. I grew up learning freedom in the corners after school. They tell me there's a better path, a shining hopeful day, but I can't see salvation in a road that's paved so gray. Guide me through the wrong way, let me feel the bruises too. Let me stumble through the lessons I was never taught to view. Don't point me toward perfection, don't demand I get it right. Some souls bloom in chaos, some in quiet, peaceful light. I've tripped over old habits, kissed the shadows I outgrew. I've lied to every promise, told the truth when it was new. But every time they judge me with a sigh, they think I miss. I fall back into memories that never learned to shift. So keep your holy pathways, keep your maps of where to be. I'm searching for redemption in a place that still fits me. It may not look like progress and it might not look refined, but guidance through the wrong way is where I regain my mind. And if I lose direction, darling, hold me while I learn. Don't force me into sunlight when I'm built to let night burn. I'll reach the right way someday, but tonight's still mine to sway. They say my beat is broken, that my tempo's out of touch, but I've been drumming heartache with a stroke, a little mud. They'll try to tighten up my timing, try to polish every chord, but perfect rhythm's lonely when your truth is unexplored. I've got a messy kind of heartbeat, got a bluesy kind of tone. I've been dancing with my demons like they're safer than alone. They tell me, girl, you're slipping, like I'm falling out of tune. But slipping feels like breathing when you can't escape the moon. I've tried to march in sync with all the patterns they adore, but every time I follow, I feel further from before. They want me clean and steady, want me shining, want me new. But changing on my rhythm means I lose a part of you. Don't fix my rhythm, darling, let it ache the way it does. Let it tremble when I'm hurting, let it break for what it was. I'm stronger when I'm stumbling, 'cause at least I know it's real. Perfection leaves me empty where the chaos lets me feel. They'll hand me sheets of music full of notes I shouldn't play, but I'm a jazz-born sinner and I improvise my way. If they want something stable, find a heart that keeps in line. But mine beats like a story scribbled over borrowed time. I'll take the off-key moments and the chords that never land. I'll take the shaky measures you can barely understand. This rhythm ain't for fixing, it's a mirror of my soul. So let me keep the wrong notes, let me sway, let me be free. tried every solution, every remedy in town, but nothing ever slows me when I'm spiraling down. I'm stubborn as a wildfire, I'm gentle as the ash. I'm living contradiction in a complicated crash. They wanna diagnose me, write a label on my name, but I'm more than every symptom of the choices that I claim. I'm tender as the truth is, I'm rough as memory stain. You can't treat what's been broken since before the early spring. They try to teach me patience, try to settle all my storms, but storms feel like my nature when the world expects me warm. I walked inside the darkness like it's stitched into my bones. It's hard to heal a woman who found comfort in unknown. No cure for a girl like me, it's written in my stride. I've danced with consequences, with a half-reluctant pride. I know they mean me well, I know they hope I'll shift someday, but hoping ain't a treat when your heart won't look that way. I've swallowed bitter lessons, I've resisted every truth, I've cracked beneath the pressure since the ruins of my youth. They say I'm self-destructive, say I'm chasing something blind, but sometimes breaking pieces is the only way to find. So don't prescribe me comfort, don't demand I rearrange. Some wounds ain't for mending, some folks ain't built for change. No cure for a girl like me, and darling, that's okay, 'cause I'll keep singing freely with the heart I came to trust. Even flawed and even fragile, even tangled in my dust. Maybe loving me is risky, but it's real or it's a bust. They keep saying I should rise up like a phoenix from the flame, but I'm tired of expectations wrapped in someone else's name. I ain't breaking just to blossom, ain't collapsing to renew. Sometimes falling is the safest thing a wounded heart can do. They talk about enlightenment like it's waiting in the wings, but I found more honest truth in the pain confession brings. They want a resurrection, want a miracle's return, but miracles feel heavy when you're terrified to burn. Don't make me rise, darling, let me lay where shadows hide. Let me gather up my pieces at a pace I can't divide. I'm learning how to breathe again without the pressure sting, and rising passion ain't salvation if it costs me everything. I've stood upon their pedestals, I've smiled through the hate, I've acted like I'm healing just to give their hearts a break. But every time I'm lifted, I fall harder than before. The higher that they push me, the more painful is the floor. So let me wander lonely, let me rest inside the dirt. Let me feel the kind of grief that teaches why we hurt. Don't call it weakness, baby, it's the way I find my ground. Not every soul recovering needs to climb to be profound. If I rise someday, I promise it'll be because I choose, not 'cause someone whispered shame or told me what I lose. But darling, for this moment, let me stay just where I am. Don't make me rise tonight, don't demand I play it strong. My truth is in the quiet, in admitting what feels wrong. Right, someday, maybe, but tonight just let me belong. They keep telling me surrender is the doorway into peace, but peace has always scared me, 'cause it feels like a release. I'm holding on to chaos like it's something meant for me, a souvenir of battles I was never taught to flee. They say surrender softly, let the healing fill the cracks, but cracks are where the truth slips in when daylight turns its back. I'm not afraid of falling, I'm afraid of standing still. Stillness feels like choking when you lived your life uphill. They preach about acceptance like it's simple as a prayer, but prayers don't always answer when you bleed beneath the stare. I've tried to give up fighting, tried to loosen all my chains, oh, but every time I open up, the past walks in again. They can't teach me surrender when surrender feels like loss. Ooh, and giving up my shadows means I'll pay another cost. Oh, I need a gentle lesson, need a softer kind of hand, not pressure wrapped in pity that they struggle to withstand. I'm learning slow and steady, though I stumble every day. I'm learning that my healing doesn't come in It'll be because I chose, not 'cause someone else demanded that I heal the way they rose. Ooh, for now I keep my rhythm, and I'll rise when my heart knows. They keep telling me I'm fragile, that I'm cracking at the seams, but broken ain't the ending when you're living from your dreams. I've shattered every promise, trying hard to stay intact, but every broken moment still reveals another fact. I'm breathing through the wreckage of the nights I lost control, still holding on to pieces of a half-remembered soul. They say that strength is flawless, or that resilience should be tough, but strength is simply trying when your tears have had enough. I've held myself together with a thin and trembling thread. I've bargained with the silence for the things I never said. They want me to be steady, want me calm and want me neat, but healing looks like chaos when your heart refuses beat. Broken but still breathing, that's the truth I claim tonight. I ain't searching for perfection, just a place to dim the light. Let me breathe my sorrow like a remedy undone. Let me feel the honesty of every setting sun. I've stumbled in a mercy, I've escaped what should have stayed. I've drowned in unresolved things that my memory betrayed, but still I rise each morning with a heartbeat made of scars, still shining through the damage like forgotten northern stars. And if they call me hopeless, let them speak their foolish mind, 'cause broken ain't the ending when there's breath you've yet to find. I'm learning how to live again, even if the steps are small. So tell the world I'm fragile, but tell them I remain. Tell them I've been fighting through the quiet kind of pain. Broken but still breathing, and that's enough to stay. They want me to be wiser, want me growing from the past, but wisdom takes a lifetime when your demons hold you fast. I've learned from certain choices and ignored 1,000 more. Mistakes feel like old lovers knocking at my door. They ask why I keep slipping, why I chase the same old storm, but storms have always held me like a place that feels like home. I'm tangled in the patterns that I built to keep me safe. The irony is painful. takes a lifetime when you're scared of letting go. I've stood inside their judgment, heard their sighs behind the scenes, but sighing never helped me find the truth within my means. If growth is just performance, then I'll bow out from the play. I'm done with forced improvement in a world that fades to gray. Mistakes have been my teachers, been my shelter, been my shame, but still they're honest lessons in a life too wild to tame. Let me face them slowly, let me choose the pace I need. Rushing toward redemption just repeats another scene. I'm not ashamed of stumbling, I'm ashamed of hiding pain. So let me walk beside it till I know myself again. Let me stay with my mistakes, they're the truth I navigate. Stay with my mistakes. They keep asking if I'm trying, if I'm fighting through the ache, but trying feels like drowning. When the world mistakes you quake, they want me standing taller, want me smiling through the fire, but smiling ain't survival when the flames keep climbing higher. I push through expectations, carry burdens not my own. I've hidden every breakdown just to keep from being shown. They say I never listen, say I'm choosing all my wrong, but choosing's never simple when your heart won't stay that strong. Cost is great. Tell them I've been wrestling with the guilt I can't defend. Tell them trying ain't so easy when you're scared to start again. I've stood in every doorway where redemption might have been, but stepping toward the future assume I didn't care. I'm just tangled in emotions I can barely even wear. Tell them I'm still breathing, even when I disappear. Trying sometimes looks like hiding when the pain is drawing near. So tell them I'm not hopeless. Tell them I'm not running blind. Tell them healing takes a patience that's not easy to unwind. And if they need a story, tell them all I did was try. 'Cause even when I crumble, even when I lose my way, I'm reaching toward tomorrow in a broken kind of sway. Tell them I tried, darling. That's all I've got today. They keep preaching about the sunlight, telling me to change my ways. But honey, I've been sleepless through too many holy days. They want me sitting pretty in a chapel dressed in white, but I feel safer with my shadows whispering the night. They say healing comes with quiet, with forgiveness and a hymn, but I dance inside the thunder where salvation's always dim. I don't need another sermon telling me I should obey. Don't send me to Sunday, I ain't built to kneel and pray. I've bargained with my habits, made a deal with every sin, and though I quit 100 times, I always wander back again. They shake their heads in pity, say I'll understand someday, but clarity don't visit when the blues have come to stay. I sip the evening slowly till my doubts begin to bend. Let the truth get blurry like an old unreliable friend. They say grace is in the distance, waiting for a runaway, but I'm tired of being chased by what I never meant to say. With a stubborn kind of love, I break what tries to fix me, push away what lifts me up. Don't dress me in forgiveness, don't lecture me on pain. I've heard it all before and still I stumble just the same. I'm a creature of misfortune with a stubborn kind of love. I break what tries to fix me, push away what lifts me up. Don't dress me in forgiveness, don't lecture me on pain. I've heard it all before and still I stumble just the same. So don't send me to Sunday, let me keep my darker tune. Let me ride skies with busted rhythm. Let me fall beneath the moon. I may never be the saint they try so hard to portray, but at least I'm honest with the sins I can't betray.